fun little, quick little module, okay? But it's necessary. Everybody thinks if they've been playing around with TikTok and Instagram and you've been on Facebook for a while that you know the digital platform. And to some degree you do, but to a large degree you don't. When it comes to learning stuff, if I say something to you, it's 50% true. If you say it to you, it's 100% true. So instead of kind of kicking this module off by explaining the difference between broadcast and digital platforms, I'm just going to simply ask you a series of questions. I want you to answer them. Don't worry. I mean, obviously, you're viewing this course privately, so it's not like you feel like you're going to get shamed, but I promise you everybody is having the same answers you are, which is the reason I'm asking the questions, because this is going to be rattling around in your brain for a little while here. But I do want you to be honest with yourself, all right? Tell me if you know the name of any one of the top 10 songs that have the most terrestrial radio spins in the history of radio. These are the top 10 most spun songs on radio. Do you know what those are? Take a second, think about that. A lot of you are going to be orbiting around kind of the same songs, but these are, the most popular songs in the history of radio, right? They get the most amount of spins. I did this research within 6 months ago. The number one song with the most amount of spins ever on radio, Every Breath You Take by The Police. The second song with the most amount of spins on radio, Brown Eyed Girl by Van Morrison. And then these next set of songs are all sort of tied because they got around the same amount of spins. And that's Satisfaction from the Stones, I Will Always Love You, the song. So that includes all the spins from Whitney, Dolly Parton, Keith Whitley, anybody who's gotten that song on the radio. Yesterday by the Beatles, You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling by the Righteous Brothers. Now, I want you to think about how many spins do you think these songs have? Let's just start with Every Breath You Take. How many spins do you think that Every Breath You Take has to hold the number one spot with the most amount of spins of any other song in the history of terrestrial radio? Every Breath You Take is 15 million spins. 15 million. Brown Eyed Girl has 13 million radio spins. And all those other songs, Satisfaction, I Will Always Love You, Yesterday, You've Lost That Lovin' Feeling, have about 10 million spins apiece. And these are iconic songs. You know every one of these songs. I know artists with 15 million streams that can't sell out my office. 2 different platforms. Now I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about the last piece of random video content that came through your feed. This is not from an artist that you know and like. This is not from a product that you like. This is just, maybe a friend tagged you on something that you got to see this, or it just showed up in your feed organically. Close your eyes. I want you to think about that video here. So you're 100% unfamiliar with this content. I want you to think about what stopped and made you stop scrolling and watch it. And then let's say that after you watched it, you absolutely loved it. This was a satisfying piece of video content. Like, it made you laugh, it made you cry, it made you angry, it made you think, it made you worried, it made you feel something, and you watched the whole thing and you didn't think like you wasted your time, right? Like, it was completely good video content. All right, now, what did you do with that? Okay, how did you react to it? Did you react to it? Did you have an emoji of some sort to that? Did you comment on it? Did you share that in your feed? Did you save it? Now, I want you to think about that same piece of video content And let's say that it comes back around again a week later and shows up in your feed a second time. Maybe you shared it, and so another set of friends all shared it, and so organically it's just going to come back into your feed. Maybe some other friend just randomly tagged you on it too. Oh my God, you got to see this. This is going to be great because you're going to like it, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you watch that video a second time, maybe, because it was good, right? You're like, okay, this is really funny. I'm going to watch this one more time because it's hysterical. Maybe. I can promise you don't watch it 3 times. Why? Because your brain says, I already know how this ends. And you get to decide what you're going to watch. You see what's going on here? Even if let's say you've seen that video twice, and there was a big viral video of an baby elephant playing with a beach ball a few years back that was just, so adorable, too cute to handle, kind of a thing, blah, blah, blah. I just remember a friend coming up and said, dude, oh my God, did you see this thing? It's the funniest thing, elephant. But yeah, I saw that. He wants to show it to me. Here, check it out. I'm good. I saw it. You see where I'm at with this? When you're talking about content strategies and you make your epic music video, and in order to grow your audience, we're going to have to get you in front of a cold audience. We're going to have to get you in front of brand new eyeballs. Who aren't familiar with your brand, who aren't invested in you, who haven't had the time to connect with you. You're going to be lucky if that video gets seen once or twice. You're doing good if it gets seen twice. As opposed to making the epic music video, putting it on MTV or CMT back in the day when all they did was play music back to back. And it would break you. Different platforms, 2 different platforms.